We are going to look at how to talk about the weather in Spanish. So the first thing that you're going to want to know is the question, what's the weather like? And that question is, ¿Qué tiempo hace? ¿Qué tiempo hace? There are many different ways that you can answer this question. I'm going to give you several common phrases that are used to talk about what the weather is like. And then we'll give you a chance to practice them, and that will be it. So I'll give you the phrase, and I'll put the English next to it so you know what it means. Hace calor. Hace calor. Hace fresco, hace fresco, hace frío, hace frío, hace viento, hace viento, hace sol, hace sol, hace buen tiempo, hace buen tiempo, hace mal tiempo, hace mal tiempo. Now, with those phrases that I just gave you, the first five, hace calor, fresco, frío, sol, and viento, all of those, as you have noticed, have the word mucho next to them. If you want to say it's really hot, really cold, really cool, etc., you put the word mucho in between the hace and then the adjective calor, frío, etc. Now for buen tiempo and mal tiempo, the good weather and bad weather, you don't use mucho if you want to say it's very nice weather or very bad weather. Instead, you use the actual word very and use the word muy. So it's very good weather, hace muy buen tiempo, hace muy mal tiempo if it's very bad weather. In Spanish, you can also, there's also another way to say it's sunny and it's windy. Instead of saying hace sol, you can also say hay sol, hay sol. If you remember a while back, we learned that hay means there is, there are, so it's kind of like saying that there's sun. Hay sol or hay mucho sol. And then with viento, you can also say hay viento, hay viento, it's windy out. There's three other things that we're going to use to talk about the weather. If I want to say it is raining, I just need to say llueve, llueve. Llueve comes from the verb llover. Llover means to rain, so it's a boot verb where the O changes to UE, and you're just going to conjugate it in the he, she form. So it rains, or it is raining, llueve. If I'm going to say it's snowing, I'm going to use the verb nevar. Nevar means to snow, but I'm just going to conjugate it in he, she form, and nevar also happens to be a boot verb where the E changes to IE. So it's snowing, or it is snowing, is nieva, nieva. And then lastly, if I want to say it's cloudy out, you're going to say está nublado, está nublado. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to ask you an either-or question, then I'm going to show you a picture, and you can say to yourself or say out loud what the correct answer is. So perhaps I'll say hace calor or hace frío. Is it hot or cold? And I'll show you a picture of it being cold. Then you could just say to yourself hace frío, or hace calor if I showed you a picture of it being hot. So for the first one, hace frío o hace calor? Hace frío o hace calor? Hace frío, hace frío. Hace buen tiempo o hace mal tiempo. Hace buen tiempo o hace mal tiempo. Hace buen tiempo, hace buen tiempo. Hace viento o hace sol. Hace viento o hace sol. Hace sol, hace sol. Llueve o nieva. Llueve o nieva. Llueve, llueve. Okay, and then in the second part, I'm going to just ask you, ¿Qué tiempo hace? ¿Qué tiempo hace? What's the weather like? Now, obviously, when you're asked what the weather is like, there's a lot of possible answers. I might just show you a nice looking beach, which could be it's sunny if it was sunny, or it's nice weather. So there's clearly going to be more than one answer for most of the pictures. I'll just give you the one that comes to my mind first, okay? So here, the question will always be, ¿Qué tiempo hace? When I show you the picture, think of your answer, then I'll give you mine. ¿Qué tiempo hace? Está nublado. Está nublado. Hace calor. Hace calor. Hace frío. Hace frío. Hace sol. Hay sol. Hace fresco. Hace fresco. So that's it for the weather. Go back to the beginning if you forgot those little irregularities with hace mucho calor and hace muy buen tiempo, those words that you can put in between the two words. There's also the hay sol and hay viento instead of saying hace sol or hace viento. So there's a lot that can go into the weather. It's not difficult, it's just a lot of vocabulary. So spend some time studying it and you'll get it down in no time.